Hello and welcome to the Improv and D&D channel. I am Matt and I'm very excited to bring to y'all one of my favorite games, a very mature game, so everyone tuning in, make sure that you're ready. There will be some violence and whatnot, so I believe I have my content warnings that will be rotating through every 5 minutes. So make sure to take a look at that before we get started, just to make sure that you know what you're in for. This is a very mature, bloody game. There will be a lot of characters dying as they embark on this Groundhog's Day style mission where they're trying to figure out the way out of this loop of misery. Now, before we get things going, first off, big thanks for the system itself. I was able to contact the creator for permission to stream it, and they were totally on board, so big thanks to them. It's been such a blast. It's such a lethal system, and because of my wonderful players here, I wanted to find a way to be able to play in this system and also play to the strengths of the wonderful characters that I know all of them create. But speaking of my players, let me introduce y'all to our cast. So for each of you, I'll start with Micha, and then go to Lana, and then to Spiral. Who you are, what your pronouns are, who you're playing, what their pronouns are, as well as a quick little blurb about them, and anything you may have to promote. So let's start with Micha with Lana on deck.
My name is Micha. My pronouns are they, them. Tonight I will be reprising the role of Sebastian, who is a male. He goes by he, him. To call him a gentleman would be a stretch. He's calculating and opportunistic. Sebastian has led a wonderful life right up until the end of the world. As for where you can find me, you can't.
Fantastic. I will say this, you'll be able to find them here sometimes when we continue this. But thank you so much for being here, Micha. Let's go over to Lana with Spiral on deck.
Hello, my name is Lana Lodge. I like improv and D&D. Pronouns she, her. You can find my Facebook group. Please find my Facebook group, improvisers who love D&D and or other tabletop RPGs. Yay, you're clapping. And then you can also find me often on the Improv College YouTube channel. I'm going to they have a new season of House Teams. Long form comedic narrative is usually what I do. And then there's also the Mining for Gold Jam, which is really only on Facebook. And it's based out of Atlanta, and sometimes I host it and I play in it, and it's fun. And my character is Sherry Bobbins, and she was summoned by a heretical sect of priests in this crazy nightmare world to bring some light. They wanted something to bring some light and protect them, and they got a weird British nanny. And yeah. she's a weird black and white version of Sherry, and I don't have to describe her today because I just did this. Yay!
So rad.
That's my thing. And she is a she, her.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Lana. Now let's go over to Spiral. Spiral, take it away.
I'm Spiral. My pronouns are they, them. I am building right now a Twitch channel underlying in Spirals that I hope to be streaming on shortly. I am still building all of my stuff, so watch out for that. And I will be reprising my role of Nekane, pronouns are also they, them, who is your friendly neighborhood bug eater.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Spiral. Thank all y'all players for joining me. Y'all have made this such an incredible ride. And thank y'all viewers for being here for this. Oh goodness, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be dark, but I do have 2 things to take care of real quick. Anyone who is able to and wants to, I do have a hydrate redeem from Rat One Messiah. So here we go.
Oh, shots.
Yes, my shot of my green tea. And also, we're kicking this off crazy right now because Astrosaur has redeemed the create a problem for the players immediately. So fantastic. And we also have a reroll from Akko for whoever gets to deal with the problem. So I love that. Oh my gosh, y'all are amazing in the chat. And just a heads up, because I will be game mastering here. It might take me a little bit more time to get to y'all in the chat. But I appreciate y'all being here. You're absolutely incredible. Now, before we kick things off, let me give you a quick little recap of what's gone on so far. Because right now, our 3 characters, Sebastian, Sherry, Nekane, they're embarking on this quest, this mission that they were presented from this being on a platform who, this platform, you could hear the sound of gears. You could see this being that its body seemed impossible. I would only describe it as something Guillermo del Toro-esque, if y'all are fans of, say, the Hellboy movies. But this being gave them 3 main objectives. And these 3 main objectives y'all can see on the screen, but let me tell y'all what those are real quick.
First, I need you to save the ones who still cling to hope. The ones who see the darkness in the world and stand strong while the others have lost faith.
That was the first objective, which is to save the 3 revolutionaries. The next one is...
There is one you must pay special attention to.
And long story short, they must take care of someone called Ripsaw. And finally...
You must kill the king.
And with those 3 objectives in mind, they were launched into the mansion, into a party, and here things began. And they got wild immediately as our players were immediately discovered as being characters who have stumbled into a masquerade without masks. But they were able to fashion some a little bit out of chicken, a little bit out of some cloth, and it worked for a little bit. But soon battle ensued. Soon they found themselves fighting against someone who, well, a mysterious man runs in, is stabbed. The person who did the stabbing proceeded to attack our heroes. And when one of our heroes fell, all of a sudden everyone else felt that also. And in that darkness, they found themselves on the platform yet again. And they find out. In the course of this mission, they'll be replaying this until they can accomplish the goal. Or, well, we don't want to know what the other possibility is. But the problem, though, is that as this mechanism, whatever workings lie within, as it's being used and they're brought back, well, we come to one of the key mechanics of MÖRK, which is that of miseries. Every time they play another day, I flip a coin. And when that coin comes up heads, another misery is inflicted upon the world, changing things dramatically, which I'm going to swap us over where my lovely viewers will be able to see what miseries have befallen my players so far, as they have unfortunately already died 3 times, and they've incurred the wrath of misery 1 additional time. Now, they started on the main floor. They popped up to the upper floor where, upon tampering with some candles, maybe discovering a few things about some people here, suddenly they heard a sound. The lights all went out until a big light appeared behind one of our heroes as this figure standing with a knife, but in the place of its head, simply a lantern. And this being attacked, and again, our players were thrust in that darkness of being killed, coming back into the basement, finding some more people who might be revolutionaries. A little plan to set the guards alight succeeded until, well, we found a pit. We found a little bit of a monster in the basement. We also found a very special scroll. But the pit doing its duty, our players are now on this round, where they were able to meet up with the gentleman from before who had been stabbed. And it turns out he was trying to save them. And Sebastian and Nekane are able to slip into the basement. Sebastian splitting off, checking a door, struggling with the door. Nekane with this gentleman by the name of Yo, asking if the people in the cells are familiar at all. And of course, one of them is the woman, but the older gentleman, he doesn't recognize. But Sherry stumbles upon the queen of this manor, having amorous relations with someone who's clearly not the king, until a guard appears, and said guard kills her. But in her dying breath, Sherry is able to find out that the king seems to be in the library reading. And unfortunately...
With the queen's dying breath. The queen was killed, not Sherry.
Right.
And then with the queen's dying breath, she... Oh.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Sherry is trying to find out what the queen might have on her person. Now, amorous relations, I would say adult relations. I will not go into more detail with that. But with our characters in their respective positions, we will start things off with Sebastian. And Sebastian, you've tried to knock this door open, but unfortunately it has not quite worked out just yet. What would you like to do?
I believe I left off with shouting an exclamation about it and trying again.
Yes. So are you going to try to kick at the door, or is there another tactic you would like to take?
I don't have any items that I could use to pick the lock.
There's also more path heading towards the north if you would like to continue exploring.
Yeah, I'm going to kick the door one last time in anger before moving on.
Great. Why don't you give me a strength roll, please? All right. All right. I mean, this is, I think, a better kick than last time, but unfortunately, as your kick connects, it's like you can feel it rebound. You can feel the shock run up your leg, but it's not quite budging. It feels almost as though maybe your strength will wear out before this door does.
Yeah, I leave with a gesture.
Okay. Okay. Great. Heading north?
Yes. Cautiously.
Would you mind rolling a little presence for me? Oh, sick. Great. Well, up north, right here, you would note that there is a door to your left, as well as these little, I'd say they're bars. I'm going to do a little measuring tool here. Can you see that?
Yes.
So here, there are bars where you can see through and see in, where you see there's a pile of bones here. There's a long table here with blood stains on it. There is a large gear farther in the room. From this angle, that's all you can see, but you'd imagine that the equipment in here might be used for, I'll say, advanced interrogation techniques.
Great. I'm gonna try this door. Just wanna give it a shot, see if it's unlocked.
That door is, in fact, unlocked. And here, you would note that there are 2 large thrones, as well as 2 tables. Atop there's food. There's bread. There's a ham hock. There's also a bed on along the north wall. And here, there is a very clear, another set of bars where you can see through and see clearly into this room, where you would note more apparatus, such as a pit with spikes, another, I don't want to say pit again, but I guess pit works, but it's like a pit where you have some coals with just the faint embers still there. There is a cage that is very cramped, as well as a mechanism here that there's a lever on it that you can turn.
But there's no living people in this room, are there?
No.
Does the food look fresh or rotten?
The food looks very fresh, as though perhaps it was made at the same time as the food in the party.
I'm taking a moment to snack.
Great.
Feel the gurgle in my stomach, and I'm like, oh, nope, it's time.
Yeah, I mean, the smell of the bread is intoxicating. There's a nice crust to it. A little crunch on the outside while the inside is nice, soft, and warm. And for a moment, things feel a little pleasant. So, while you're taking your snacking time, I'm going to slide on over to Spiral, to Nekane. Nekane, you are with Yo. I believe you were able to open up this door, and he was able to identify that the woman in the cell is someone that looks familiar, though the old man in another cell he doesn't recognize.
I don't have the key anymore, right?
I don't think you do.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the lock.
Okay. Would you roll a little agility for me?
4.
Okay. You're trying to pick it, but maybe it's just the pressure here that Kyo is putting upon you too, because he's right next to you and he he looks a little frantic. He looks a little urgent and afraid. And so, like, it's kind of like whenever you're doing any task and there's someone next to you who wants things to go quickly, that pressure is mounting and it's a little annoying. And as he's saying, like, you know, we have to go. We have to go. I have to save you. As he's saying that, it's like you try to open it and you drop your lock picks with a clank, which Sebastian would be able to hear. From this vantage point, y'all aren't that far away.
I'm just gonna sigh real heavy and say chill, and I need you to turn around so I can do this. And I'm gonna try again.
Great. Would you roll a presence to see if you're able to convince him to chill?
Or
but chill.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, when you say that, it's like he looks wide-eyed. He looks scared. And he like grabs hold of your forearms and says, "No, we have to get out of here. I don't want to see you die again."
then I'm just gonna hold out my lockpicking kit and say, "Okay, you do it then."
All right. And I'm gonna give it a shot. Phenomenal. So this would be a great time. I do remember there was a problem redeemed for the players. So what's gonna happen is as he tries, like his hands are shaking and he puts just a little bit too much pressure on it. And so you see like he tries to force it in, and what happens is the lock picks themselves end up kind of like catching, and he pushes down and you see them like flip away into the cell with the old man in it.
Oh no. Lucky for you, I have another one. Like, okay, let's try this one more time.
Could I have you roll a presence?
Oh, thank God, 18.
Great. Well, as you take out your next set, and Jocelyn, the neutral bard, thank you so much for the follow. You're amazing.
That's me.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Nekane, you would notice that the old man is starting to move in his cell. And he reaches out a hand to grab onto the lockpicks that have fallen into his cell. So, I would like you to roll another agility, and I'll come back to this roll in just one moment. We will return over to the main floor, and my apologies, this might take just a second to load, but Sherry, upon getting the information, posture check, thank you. Upon getting the information that the king is in the study, or is reading, you wanted to look through the belongings of the queen. And, well, would you mind making a little roll for me? This will be just give me 1 second, a D12.
All right. Where are the dice again? This.
You'll have to do /R.
Is in the chat.
Mhm.
Okay. /R and then D.
1d12, yeah.
Yeah.
1D12. Q. 7.
Okay. 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 On her, there
7's
is.
not good.
Oh my gosh. Chaotic Wonderful. Thank you so much for the raid. Holy crap. Welcome. Just a heads up, we are playing some MÖRK, which is a bit more of a mature and violent game. Just so y'all know what you're in for, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. So,
She's Mary Poppins, but it's Sherry Bobbins, and she's not for children.
yeah.
Not.
Absolutely.
No.
Oh my gosh. So, what you find is a scroll that you can choose what it will do, but in an area, you'll either cause bright light or cause that area to become pitch black.
Okay. Okay.
You also see a note that says, "Meet me in the courtyard." And it's scrawled very messily, very rushed.
Okay. Sherry tries to process the writing and just memorize the I guess handwriting of whoever this is. There's nothing else on the note.
No, that note, it seems like something that someone would maybe I picture kind of like if you need to pass a secret note real quick, you don't have a ton of time to write all your thoughts, but you want to get it to them, and you have just a brief window. So it's just like, boom, hand off.
Brilliant. This is exactly what I meant to do in the garden, and I've investigated, and now I found what I needed to do. And I'm going to... There's nothing else here?
On her persons? Nope. Aside from the clothing.
So they're both dead.
Yes.
Their bodies are here. Could I see if there's anything on the gentleman?
Sure.
He wasn't wearing armor or a mask.
Nope. So, in this case, would you mind rolling a little d20 for me?
Oh no, 5.
Great. So I'll say that what you find on in the gentleman's clothes, you find just a little scrap of bread, a few grapes, and also some poker chips.
Okay. There's some gambling going on. Okay. And I don't recognize the gentleman.
No. You do recognize, of course, the queen from the tapestries and paintings in the throne room. But this gentleman, you've never seen him before.
Okay. Does she look different than in the paintings at all?
No, aside from disheveled clothes.
Okay, and the man who stabbed her, who had a full suit of armor on.
Yes.
He absconded in which direction?
North to the west, likely towards the party.
I'm gonna try to get a better view. Board. Remember, I can zoom out. Oh yeah, I came in through the right. Went out. Okay, Sherry's going to try to briskly walk after him. Wait, there's a door to the south too.
Yes, there is a door to the south. there's a door to the east. And of course, and I'll do the little measuring to point. This is the direction that the queen pointed in when speaking of the king, her husband.
Okay. Sherry's going to sneak in that direction.
Great.
Great.
I
No, I
mean,
don't like that.
hey, you're sneaking, right? Anytime you're sneaking, I love it. So, would you mind rolling a little agility for me?
No.
I'm gonna crack this door open. I'm assuming you want to take the door to the right.
Is there? Okay, let me just. So there's a door to the south,
Yes.
and that's the direction she pointed in.
She pointed towards the southeast. There's a
Southeast.
door over here, and
Mhm.
there's a door over here.
Okay, and I came out of which door?
You came over from
a
up
lot
here.
more north. Okay.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
do know there's another staircase over here. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we went there before.
Yes.
There's no windows to the south of me or the south.
There
east
is
of
a
me.
window here. There's a
Oh, that's a
window here,
window.
but it's very difficult to see through them because they are stained glass. You would be able to see movement, but to discern any critical details would be a little more difficult. And I do want to call out one of the viewers said that they keep thinking the sacrilegious songbird says sacrilegious SpongeBob, which is delightful.
Again, not for children. This is not a show for children. SpongeBob. Okay.
Which direction would you like to take?
I'm going to go to the door to the east.
Okay. Sounds good. Did you make your agility roll for
I
that
did
stealth,
not.
please?
Apologies.
You're good.
What was it at a D20?
Yes.
Okay.
And then whatever your agility bonus is.
Sherry has all
Ooh.
zeros.
Ooh,
18!
That's phenomenal. Yeah, you're able to move. Maybe just recognizing the potential danger, since someone just showed up and immediately stabbed someone who would be, top of the totem pole when it comes to hierarchy in this manner, right? So you're a little more careful. You're able to slip through the brush, and you don't make any sound. You're able to move, and if you don't mind, I'll move you a little bit since it's into the darkness.
Sure.
Okay.
Cool.
And I'll move you towards the south as you're heading in that direction. And as you come here, you would see there is a crackling fireplace. There is a large chandelier. There is a almost U formation of couches. There are bookshelves lining the south wall and a globe. And you would also see, laying on the middle couch with a pool of blood around him,
What?
the king. And here, I can reveal something had happened. One of your objectives has been accomplished in this run-through already now, as the king has been killed.
I did it. Wonderful. Practically perfect in every way. Great.
So,
Not sure how I did this.
what would you like to do?
I did see earlier someone running north. Right?
Yes. Well, the guard.
Because someone was running, and then there was another guy with a suit of armor.
Yes.
That killed the queen. But before that, someone else was running north from here.
Oh, from here. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, I do remember. Okay.
I would tell you that their path north, looking through the stained glass windows, you would have only seen it through this one and not through the next one, in which case...
I thought it was before, like when we were on the first floor the first time.
Mm-hmm.
There was someone running as if from combat from the, like where the staircases were.
Oh, okay. Well, in
Maybe
this...
I'm remembering it wrong.
In this
Sorry.
case, timing-wise, they might have gone up the stairs.
Okay, I have a strange feeling that maybe this... I'm going to go check out the king. I'm just going to go check his body.
Okay.
Make sure he's dead. Check his body.
So I would love for you to roll a presence for me, and I will come back to you for that number.
Cool.
Now, we are going to rotate back to the basement, back to Sebastian. Sebastian, you've enjoyed that nice bit of bread. It's very filling. It's flaky. It's delicious. You would have heard the clank of lockpicks on stone floor. It didn't sound very far away. What would you like to do?
Which direction did it sound like it came from?
Oh, I will give you a measuring tool. It sounded like it came from this direction.
I grab this loaf of bread and I head that way.
Great. Okay. You will find as you continue to the east that there is another set of bars that you can peer through but not easily get through, and there is a door here as well, likely the door that you would take to get into the advanced interrogation room. But here, I would say, like, as you're getting close to this door, you would recognize that this is where you had planned and thrown your little Molotov cocktail concoction in a past life.
So I do not remember. Is this a solid door or are these bars?
This is a barred door that is locked.
Oh, good. Then I can peer through it, and I can lean against it, and I can stare at Nekane as they fail. And I'll make a little whistling sound to catch their attention, and I'll wiggle the bread loaf.
Snap. I mean, any response, Nekane?
I'm just gonna look at it with hatred and say, why would I ever want to eat that? It's not a bug.
Not for you. It's for you.
Good, then go away.
Awesome.
Actually, hold on. Did I hear him kick the door and fail at that twice?
Oh,
I don't know what I was doing. You just heard me kicking and cursing.
You heard, the loud banging sounds and cursing. Very clearly Sebastian cursing.
Okay. I'll say, just like you failing to do whatever you were supposed to do over there.
Hey, I got the bread.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what you have to show for your attempts.
Are you going to come help us or not?
You gonna let me in?
No.
Well, I guess I can't help you. And I'll stand back and I'll just start eating the bread.
Great. I'm going to move, Nekane, if you don't mind, I'm going to move you a little farther in. So you're at the cell that you're trying to pick. But here, because we did have the redeem of the reroll for whoever had the misfortune, you have a reroll that you can choose to use after you see whatever you roll in the as long as it's within this session. But I will make one caveat. When you choose to make the reroll, whatever the roll is, you have to take it. So there's a chance it could be
rude.
worse.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, if it's bad.
Yeah. So, in this case, Sebastian, are you just chilling here with your bread?
No, I am actively trying to break into this door. After Nekane looks away, I will start trying to get in.
Okay. What are you going to try to do to get in through the door?
Just try the door first, like
It
a
is-
normal person.
It is locked. It is locked.
God. Why don't I have anyone nearby that can speak and feed rat toes? Stupid. I'm. Guess I'm gonna march my way back in and see if there's anything lockpickish in this other room, with all these torture instruments and stuff. Oh, can I get into the torture rooms? I'm sorry, the advanced interrogation rooms.
Maybe. There was this door
Yes.
over here where
Scoots back.
yeah. So I'd say that if you try this, it is not locked.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I march right in. Surely
And-
there's a sharp implement in here.
You see many sharp implements. You see a sword right here. You see a pitchfork over here. You see a shovel. You see there's a large set of pliers here. There is a pick here, like an ice pick. There is a small knife over there. There's a considerably larger knife over there. There is a mallet and a curved saber, and like a steel disc at the far end.
Steel disc.
As far as sharp things go, there's some possibilities. There's some options.
I'm going to grab the mallet and the ice pick, and I'm not going to try to pick the lock. I'm going to try to break the lock open.
Great. Mallet and ice pick. Excellent. Would you roll a strength for me then?
Yes, but I'm going to go back to this other door that I couldn't get in before. Screw Nekane.
Oh,
They're not helping me. So I'm going to try this door again.
Great.
I won in.
Great. Roll a strength for me. Okay, cool. So with those implements, you are able to break open the lock here. And here you would note there are quite a large number of bookshelves. There's also a desk and a tall candle holder with 2 lit candles.
I don't touch the candles.
Don't do it.
I don't want to touch the candles. I skirt away from the candle. I want to see, what are these books?
Okay. Why don't you roll a presence for me and I'll come back to you in a second. So while you're working on that, Nekane, so your agility to pick the lock, please.
$21.
Oh, sick. Okay. Yeah, you're able to handily pop it open. And right now, Hyo is still frantic, but happy that you've rescued this person here. And she like is initially a little apprehensive, a little worried, and she says, why are you here?
I'll tell her we're here to get her out of here.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's go. How close is my other lockpick to the cell door in the old man's cell?
Well, I'd say it's probably about 2 feet in. So if you were to reach an arm in there, you could probably get it.
No, I'm gonna stick my staff in there and like try to hit it towards me.
Okay. In that case, would you mind doing a little presence roll for me?
11.
Okay. So you stick your staff through the bars. And it takes you just a little second to get it to find a good spot for you to pull the lockpicks back out, when suddenly the old man grabs onto the end of your staff.
I'm gonna whack him with it.
Sounds like I need a little strength roll.
20.
Whoa! Okay, okay.
Ooh, nat 20.
Yeah, you smack him. Oh my gosh, would you roll
Smack him.
damage for me?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I had
What is
no idea
damage?
this old man wasn't nice. Oh my god.
I forgot. What would I roll for damage?
Oh, hang on. Let me
He
go
said he
over-
I
wanted
think his
to
staff is
eat-
a D6 or D4.
Yeah, why don't you roll a d6 for now? It's been a second since I've looked up the damages, but
5.
oh snap. Okay, so as he's grabbing hold, you're able to wrest it free and smack him in the face, and you hear as he smacks onto the stone ground and is motionless. Blood begins to pool beneath him.
Oh no. That sucks. Let's go.
But from at this point, you're able to easily get your lockpicks back out. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? You have the woman and Hyo here. I'd imagine that there might be just a little bit of blood on your staff.
I'm gonna pick up my lockpicks and are there any bugs around me?
Roll a presence for me.
4.
Okay, yeah, there are. There are some. There are a couple beefy millipedes, and they seem to have gathered around the now corpse of that old man.
Ooh, that's a nummy treat. So on the end of my staff, I have the tip, right, that I stab bugs with.
Right.
I'm gonna try and use that to stab the millipedes.
Okay. In this case, you can do it. I'm not going to go into gruesome detail. But you're able to get yourself a nice little tasty treat, Nekane.
Yes.
Where would you like to go? What would you like to do next?
I'm gonna ask Hyo if he knows how to get out of here.
He says, I'm not sure. Every time I've popped up again, it feels like I'm just materializing out of thin air. I don't remember coming here. I just remember being here.
Okay. Can I go to the bar door that Sebastian was at?
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Then take all of them.
And what?
I'll take all of them.
Okay. I'm gonna scroll you over. Hopefully that's visible where I've got you. Okay.
Oh, and then was that it? Yes, you broke that lock.
What was that?
Was that lock broken?
No, so Sebastian broke the lock that he had kicked, the door that's quite a ways away.
Okay.
So you still have to deal with this one, but you don't see Sebastian here.
Okay.
So
I'll try and pick the lock.
sounds good. Give me that agility roll, please.
Oh my God, 6.
This one it's giving you some trouble. It seems almost like maybe this lock has been updated more recently than the other lock to this like cell block. And so it's giving you some trouble. It will take you a little while to be able to get through it. But are you going to keep working on this, or are you going to turn around?
Yeah, I'll keep working on it. I'm also going to yell for Sebastian.
Sounds good. Sounds good. With the lock picking and the yell through, I'm going to jump back over to the main floor, back over to Sherry Bobbins, who had just discovered the body of the dead king.
Great.
Sherry. So, you wanted to look through his pockets?
Yes.
Great. Great. Why don't you roll a d20 for me?
I believe I did already roll.
Oh, okay. What is that number then?
It's a 10.
A 10. A 10. Okay.
Mm.
So, on his person, you would find quite a few gold coins. You would find that he does have a dagger on him that is still in its little sheath, little dagger holder on his side. It seems as though he never had any instinct to grab it, whatever happened. And also,
And
yeah, go ahead.
he's stabbed to death?
Yes. Run through. Now, you would also find that he also has a note. This is a more official note, but the gist of it is Your Royal Majesty, I have noticed that the Queen seems to depart from the manor at certain days of the week, and I believe that you are betrayed. And it isn't signed.
Okay. I pocket all the things and I put them all in my bag. And I put the knife in my, just like close by.
Great.
Is there like bloody tracks or something that would lead to the person that did this?
I would say that on the couch itself, you would note that there seems to be a spot where whoever did this wiped their blade. And it's a very long spot, so it seems like a sword was likely the weapon.
Okay. Sherry, be quick about it. Don't know when I'm going to die. I think she'll just look to see if there's anything around the fireplace mantle.
Okay,
Useful.
great. Roll a little presence for me. I'll move you a little closer to the fireplace.
11.
Great. So you take a look over at the fireplace, and it looks like it could use with some stoking, but I would say like the few embers that are there seem to be dying, but there doesn't seem to be anything like any objects of note here.
Okay. No pokers or anything?
Oh yeah, you'd be able to grab a poker if you wanted to keep the fire going.
Why is he telling me about keeping the fire going? I'm just gonna... I don't want to waste too much time. I'll grab a poker and I'll poke the fire a little. And then she'll just take the poker with her, just for a weapon.
Why don't you give me a little, I'll let you choose. presence to aim said poker well, or
Mhm.
maybe strength to be able to strike it properly.
She'll go with presence.
Go for it.
It doesn't make a difference. She has no bonus.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Snap! Yeah.
Natural 20 to poke the fire.
Great. I mean, you poke that fire. You poke it good. And the flame roars
My
up.
friend is a chimney sweep. I'm very good at this.
Yes. The flames roar up. And as you do that, you do notice that there's someone hiding. There's someone hiding over here behind the couch who kind of pokes his head out. And he says, "Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what came over the guards."
Are you cool with this guy? Do you like him? Or,
The king?
mhm.
Yeah. And you notice, like, as you start talking, he like puts his hand up onto the couch and he starts to stand up. And he's
Okay.
holding a little candle holder. And he says, yeah, it was strange. All of a sudden, the two guards stationed here, it felt like something took over, and they
Oh no.
stabbed him.
So sad. He was a proper English gentleman.
Yeah. I'm just glad they didn't. One of them looked at me, but then just walked right by.
So strange. Well, would you like to go tell the others that the king is dead?
Sure. And as he begins to walk, he goes to walk a little briskly, but you see the candle in the candle holder he's holding go out.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, wherever you are, the candles go out. The flame before you, Cherry, is the only
Yeah.
light in the room.
Oh, okay. I'm
And
glad I did that so good.
yeah, absolutely. And all of you here, though maybe a little bit more muffled for Sebastian and Nekane. And with the sound of the heartbeat, with the sound of that discord, we're going to go over to a short break, just a quick 5-minute break, because I'm sorry, I need to do a bio break, but thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. There's not much longer to go. I'm sorry we started a little bit late, my bad, technical difficulties, but thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the hydrate, Mr. Lamprey. I will do that one on the stream for you real quick as I go over to our BRB screen. So hope y'all continue tuning in. We'll be right back.
Never.
Hello, welcome back to the Improv and D&D channel, where we are rocking some mature MÖRK Burra action right now. And most recently, something just popped off. And I believe I need to throw down a little bit more intense music because, well, with this gentleman popping up from behind the couch, starting to walk to warn other people about these guards and their betrayal of the king as he's moving the candle he's holding. Well, the flame is out. And the lights, the other candles in chandeliers and candle holders from everywhere, the ones near Sherry, save for the fire, all those lights are out. From Sebastian's point of view, in that room, as you're about to look through those books, those two candles there are out. And Nekane, down where you are, I'd say you probably would see just faint glows of candles off in the distance. Those are out as well. As all of you hear, of course, this sound with the sound of a heartbeat. And Sherry, from where you are, with the fire lighting behind you,
Oh no.
you can barely see the face of the gentleman who you told to warn the others. And then suddenly all you see is he's in shadow as a light appears behind him. And then you hear an ugh, and that his figure suddenly falls, revealing our good old lantern head.
No.
So,
Why did that idiot take a candle?
Sherry,
Yeah.
what are you going to do?
Oh. Is Lantern Head Man, does his head emit light?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Where is he on the map?
I'd say he is. I'm sorry, I don't have a figure for him, but I'll do a little note here. He is 20 feet away from you. He's behind the couch. For everyone tuning in, I will describe him to y'all real quick. But what you see is a figure. His limbs are fairly thin. It's almost as though there's no muscle around bone. You see that the way he stands, both hands are supporting a very long, very sharp, rusty knife. And his head, in the place of course, a face, eyes, nose, lips, mouth, hair, instead is a big lantern, caged lantern emitting light. Oh. What would you like to do?
I have that light and darkness thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my other scroll and I'm going to go invisible.
Oh, snap.
Terry, don't make any noise. Talk to my parrot.
Oh.
And then I'll just take it out and go.
Don't forget, you do have to make a presence roll to use a scroll.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Roll one. Come on, Sherry. You've been having very good luck. No, it's 6.
So, what happens here? You take out that scroll, you go to read those words, and unfortunately, some of the syllables trip you up a little bit.
This has never happened before.
As you do, you feel like your vision getting a little fuzzy. I need you to roll a d2 for me, because when you fail, in this case, it doesn't work.
2.
Okay. I mean, how
Did
much?
you decide which one has which outcome after I rolled?
No.
Okay.
The D2 is for how much damage you take as a result of the failure.
It wouldn't have mattered because Sherry has 1 hit point.
All right. So your vision becomes fuzzy. The ability doesn't take hold, and you suddenly feel it's almost as though that invisibility magic begins to backfire into you. And it feels as though in a way, your Sherry is becoming invisible. Lanternhead doesn't care about you anymore because Sherry will fall before the fire. Sherry, is there anything you want to do in your dying breaths?
I guess I can't move myself.
You could crawl somewhere, probably.
I'm going to crawl. I'm gonna check if is the candle guy close to me that I could check what's on him.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to crawl over to him?
So are you a rebel secretly? Do you have weapons? What's your deal?
You want to roll a presence for me?
Okay. 12.
Okay. You get
Success.
You get to him, and like as you're about to like dig through his pockets, you feel a hand on yours, and he says, "Are you okay?"
Oh. No, I'm about to be dead.
Oh, I think I think I'm in the same boat.
Do you come back after you die?
What?
Do you keep dying and keep coming back?
What are you talking about?
Nope. Where'd you get that candle? Why'd you take it?
Oh, and he kind of looks down for a second. Would you roll a presence for me?
Okay.
And this, in effect, is a bit of a persuasion thing.
14.
I was planning on and he kind of nods over to the couch. I was planning on threatening his life.
Okay.
I wanted
You're
change.
a rebel.
I guess.
I like you.
Thanks.
Where were you earlier today in the castle?
I was upstairs.
Were you at that bar?
Yeah, I got a drink.
How did you get down here? She's gonna ask him as many questions as she can before she dies.
I used the
Fuck.
And at this point, I mean, as you exclaim, as he expires, unfortunately, Sherry too, you'll feel your vision fade away. And Sebastian and Nekane, both of you feel something weird, in spite of the fact that you're plunged now into darkness. And I'm gonna do a quick roll here. So back down into the basement. Of course, everyone has 2 rounds before we have to reset. And I'd say both Sebastian and Nekane would feel that odd sensation of something wrong rippling through your body. You're not quite sure what it is. I'd say Nekane, since you have experience with scrolls and magic, you would recognize it as being a backfire. But
So when one of our characters dies, do the other people realize it?
yes. It's I
Okay,
would say
so we
it's,
would know that
it's
this would-
happened enough times that you would know something's happened to one of you. You're not sure who, but you could guess. Sebastian isn't sure either because both Nekane and Sherry use scrolls.
I do not.
Exactly,
I'm just gonna
but
swear at the top of my lungs.
but in this case, Sebastian, you're plunged into darkness. What would you like to do?
Well, between hearing Nekane call out for me, watching the lights go out, hearing that sound, Sebastian's hair just stands on end. He knows what that means in terms of the lantern head.
Mhm.
And immediately he throws himself on the ground under the desk and just holds his breath tight. But when he doesn't see the lantern head appear, when he feels that sensation, he knows that someone has probably fallen to the lantern head, or at least that's what he thinks is happening.
Mhm.
And so in a rage, he's going to get up. He's going to light the candlestick with his flint steel and a little, he has the lighter thing.
Great.
And he's going to pick it up and he's going to scream out, "Where the fuck are you, you son of a bitch?" and blow the candle out again.
Great.
No.
Great. So, why don't you do a little presence for me as you do that? Oh, snap.
Nat 20.
Great. Yeah. So, you blow it out again, hoping to egg lantern head on. And both Nekane and Sebastian will hear the sound again. A heartbeat. But Nekane, you hear it a bit farther away. Sebastian, you hear that heartbeat. It's like as you blow out the candle in front of you, it feels almost as though the candle itself is beating in your hand to the same rhythm. What do you do?
I get ready with my lamp oil.
Okay.
Very cool.
Get ready with lamp oil. Okay. Shall we call this a ready to action?
Yes.
What's the condition?
The moment I see that light, I am tossing it at his head.
Okay. It doesn't happen on this turn. So, we'll come back to you in a second. Nekane, what would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna get out my torch and light it first, and then I'm gonna start shepherding everybody away from the door. Like, we are gonna go in the exact opposite direction.
Go in opposite direction, back east?
Yes. Right? Yeah.
Great. And Hyo at this point is freaking out. He says, "No, I remember that sound. Last time it happened. And he kind of puts his hand where you would remember having been stabbed by the rusty knife of Lanternhead.
Yep. What we're not gonna do, I need you to calm down, my guy. We're gonna try and get out of here. Well, you guys, not me.
What do you mean, not you?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's go. I'm also gonna hand them one of my lockpicks and my other torch.
Aren't you coming with us?
No. I'm gonna go do something stupid. If I can get through the door.
And like the woman is confused, but Yo, after thinking for a few beats, you just see this look of sadness on his face. And he nods. And he like ushers the woman you saved away. And you're going back in the direction, back past back to that door where you saw Sebastian with the bread. Going through the door, trying to catch up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and unlock it again.
Great. Give me an agility, please.
14.
Great. This time, having a little bit more time with it, you're able to find just the nice little spots that that they changed with the update of the lock, and you're able to pop it open. Continuing down the hall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go towards the sound of a lantern head.
Great. If you don't mind, I'm going to be moving you a bit. I'd say you're probably able to make it just to the corner, just to this corner. As far as your speed goes, after picking the lock, after leading Kyo and the woman you rescued in the opposite direction. And that's when, as you round the corner, you would question, Sebastian, did you close the door behind you?
I didn't. I have this bad habit of just not doing that.
Great. So, Nekane, you would see all of a sudden a bright light shine outside of the door. I'm going to point to it outside of a door here. From hopefully you're able to see from where you are. But Sebastian, holding your lamp oil, you're at the ready. You had just blown that candle out. Which direction are you facing?
Oh, I'm like spinning wildly. I'm just waiting for him to appear.
Great. And well, in this moment, I need you to make a presence roll for me.
I'm gonna get another 20.
Whoa! Oh snap! Okay.
Foundry, are we friends again?
Oh my god.
That's another natural 20. Oh my.
We've had so many nat 20s tonight.
Yeah. See.
It won't last when we really need it.
Well, what you notice is that from this bookshelf to your right, you suddenly see light pouring from behind the books through every little crack. And then you see the books in the center begin to push out. And as these books fall, you see this incredibly bright light as Lanternhead is crawling through from inside the bookshelf out.
Oh, it's scary.
But
Wow.
you have a moment as he's emerging to try something. You are ready with your lamp oil. So, this feels like a presence since you're aiming, you're throwing, and you... Oh no. Okay. So what happens here is that Here's the thing. With your natural 20, I was going to have him be able to sneak up on you. He couldn't. He couldn't. You saw him well beforehand. But unfortunately, your aim, maybe the sheer absurdity of this being crawling out from this bookshelf, it throws you off. You throw this lamp oil, but it ends up simply dousing just the stone ground in front of him. But since you readied your action for this and you saw him coming, I would allow you a move, and I'd allow you to do one more thing before this turn is over.
Dive in and use my flint steel on his feet now, I guess.
Okay.
Light him up.
Great. In this case, I would allow either presence or agility, up to you.
I have no bonuses either, so...
Great. So you're trying, like, you move forward, you're trying to light, and I'd say, Nekane, you could kind of hear as books fell to the ground, as there was a splash, and just the desperate striking of flint on steel. But Sebastian, you're not able to light it. Do you want to move anywhere?
No. But can I use my movement to just suck down my pride and accept that I have lost this, but pass that flint steel, kind of skid it in the door towards Nekane, and accept my fate?
Skid it towards the door, hoping, praying that someone else will be there. Okay, great. Then, Nekane, you see that bright light, you heard that flint steel, and then you see something slide out that door. What do you want to do, Nekane?
Can I see Lanternhead?
No, not from where you are, but you do see this overwhelmingly bright light coming from inside this room.
Okay, first, I'm just muttering to myself the whole time, just angry that I have to go save Sebastian again.
Great.
But I'm going to move forward until I see Lanternhead.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to see Lanternhead pretty clearly once you get to this part right here.
Okay. His lantern, does he have one of the ones where it's like open on the top? Or is it one of the ones you open and close?
It is not open on the top.
Okay. So if I can see him, I'm going to use my Ichor of Rot.
Okay, great.
But instead of on my hands, it comes out of my mouth.
Excellent.
So I'm going to try and rot his head to put out his light.
Okay, let's see. I believe that is a power, yes?
Yeah, as a D12 attack, I can put it on the skin of my assailants who must then pass a D12 toughness or descend into frothing spasms.
Excellent. Okay. So, let's see. Would you roll a little presence for me?
18.
Sick. Okay.
Oh my word.
I mean, in a second, do you mind describing what this rot will look like as it descends into this bright lit room before Sebastian and lands upon the Lanternhead? But before we do that, I do have to hydrate real quick because Asher so redeemed to hydrate. So, what does that look like? What does that Ichor of Rot look like?
It's just a black stigmata that vomits out of my mouth with some chewed up millipedes in there.
Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay. And as this lands, did you say a D12?
Yeah.
All right, roll it.
D12
Roll it.
toughness. 10.
Sick. Sick. Okay. So, in this case, as Sebastian just hoping that someone will be there, slides the flint steel out, you would hear the footsteps, and then all of a sudden, blackness firing out, as well as some little wriggling legs and the like, and these land atop the head, the light, and you see that light begin to corrode away, and Lantern Head is like kind of thrashing a little bit, almost as though that part, once you had covered it up with this ichor of rot, as it's corroding, it can't see there in that direction. It's just kind of blindly stabbing in the direction of Nekane, but clearly not anywhere close enough. And you see Lantern Head fall to the ground and is simply twisting about, seemingly unable to do anything right now. And Nekane and Sebastian, you two are reunited.
Loki, I kind of want to see if my stigmata is flammable.
Oh, snap. Are you going to try to pick up the flint steel?
No, I'm going to look at Sebastian and say, I don't know why you handed this to me. I have my own.
Didn't know it was going to be you around the corner.
Uh-huh. It's not like you just saw me 5 minutes ago, but I'm going to
Where are the other two?
Hopefully out of here.
And as Nekane says that, both of you feel that arcane feedback from the scroll begin to take over you, as the backfire that took Sherry down overcomes both of you as well, and the three of you find yourselves once again on the platform. The platform.
Wait, can I throw my fire steel at the Lantern Head before I go?
Why don't you roll a presence for me?
19.
Great.
Let's
Great.
go.
Yeah. So you throw it, and I'd say you start to see it catching fire before your vision fades out.
Oh, dope. It is flammable. It's good to know.
And as y'all arrive back on that platform, you do see that the figure, the being, which, I mean, I feel like I need to describe him once again. It's been a moment. You see this figure, sharp teeth, bright red gums from a mouth that stays clenched. You don't see any eyes on his face, of course, but he senses your presence immediately and turns to look at each of you as though it can see you. And you can see it's breathing heavy, breathing hard.
Oh no.
And it's got his hands on the lever, but you can see that it seems like its muscles are a little, they're atrophying a bit. But he says,
I remember. You found me.
and that is where we're going to end this
You
session
found me?
of MÖRK Burra Part 3. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all have been absolutely incredible. Oh my gosh, it has been such a pleasure, such a blast. I mean, of course, when we kick off the next one, we'll see if there's more misery to be had when I do that coin flip. So that'll be a great way to start things off. But oh my gosh, before we roll out, let's have each of our cast, um, who you are, who you've been tonight, and if you have anything to promote, any last words to share with our viewing audience. Let's start with Micah with Lana on deck.
My name is Micha. I brought Sebastian to life this evening, and I would just like to promote these wonderful folks around me. They are all excellent content creators. Please give them all a check out.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Micah. You are wonderful. Now let's go over to Lana with Spiral on deck.
I'm Lana, she, her, Lana Lodge. You should go find me on my Facebook page, Improvisers Who Love D&D and or other tabletop RPGs. And you can find me at the Mining for Gold Jam, the Improv Jam. Come join in. Come join us on a Wednesday someday. We spin a wheel of suggestions and we make teams and they do 15-minute sets based on the suggestions and it's fun. And I have been Sherry Bobbins. And that's it, I think.
Wonderful. Thank you
Cool.
so much, Lana. Let's go over to Spiral.
In Spiral, I played Nekane, who loves bugs more than anything. I am building my Twitch channel right now, Lying in Spiral, so look out for that hopefully by the end of the year. And thank you so much for watching.
Absolutely. Absolutely. To all of our lovely viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. You have been absolutely wonderful. We appreciate the support. And hopefully, we'll catch you next time on the Improv and D&D channel. I have been Matt, and I guess I'll do my usual sign off, since I didn't do it earlier today. Wherever you are, whenever it happens to be, I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. And until next time, stay safe and take care. Bye.
Bye.